So glad to see Amy join. A
Thank
cue
you.
for any or all of you. What is the worst injury you have seen inflicted on a staff member by DM?
Mark Yeager breaking his leg, jumping off that loading dock while
That was
Sadie was
so
chasing him in a car.
disgusting.
Yeah,
It was.
that's definitely the worst.
Yeah.
He had this girl had a VW, one of those
Sadie.
newer VWs.
Sadie,
Yeah,
the Depends
Sadie.
lady.
Yeah, Sadie the Depends lady. She had a car. It was a brand new car. Her mom had money, so her mom bought her a little VW. And as Dave was walking out of the Cine Castle, the cinematography castle, this big studio at the end base, he said to her, "I'll give you $100 if you run him over." Is that what he said? Or I'll pay.
I think it was 100.
100 or 500, something. "I'll give you some money if you run him over." And she drove off like a bat out of hell after Mark Yeager. And there was a loading dock right there at the Cine Castle. And in order to avoid her running Mark Yeager over, Mark Yeager leaped off a loading dock, which is about 4 feet high, and he broke his leg when he landed. And he had to go get
Cast.
go to the hospital and get a cast and do a whole thing. And then
Yeah.
David Miscavige proceeded to berate him in meetings and say how he was a pussy and a little bitch for making him wrong by breaking his
By
leg.
breaking his leg. Exactly.
That's
many-
a Tuesday for David Miscavige.
Exactly. I was going to say there's many answers to that question. Many answers because
I think, yeah. The cruelest thing I ever saw him do, it wasn't specifically, well, actually, I don't know. He would frequently, Norman Starkey wore hearing aids, and he would frequently turn the volume all the way up. I mean, just standing in the same room, you could hear the loud buzzing.
Squeak.
Yeah, exactly. The oh my gosh. I mean, it was excruciating just standing a few feet away from Norman. I couldn't imagine what was
And
going
didn't he
on in his ears.
make him wear diapers.
Well, he
and
was deaf, so he
around.
couldn't hear.
Yeah. I heard about that too.
yeah,
Are you talking about
maybe.
Norman?
Yeah.
Amy?
Norman
Yeah.
Starkey, yeah.
No. But Amy was saying that I heard about this too, but I don't know anything
Biddy
directly.
told me, I think it was,
That-
that he was made to wear diapers and walk around with only diapers on. But the thing that to me was the worst.
Yeah.
out of-
Wait a minute. He made Norman Starkey
Wear
walk
diapers.
around with diapers?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
in the Sea Org when he was
Yes.
old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard the
did
diaper
many
thing, but
people,
I didn't
like,
know
this
he
is the
made him.
thing
I thought
that-
he just
that
made
gets-
him wear them like under his clothes, not walk
No.
around just with the diapers.
No, I mean, he didn't have to come down to the dining hall or something, but anyway, Miscavige is so sadistic. But
Yeah.
what he did, the one that I really, it's hard to even get over is what he did to Mark Yeager when he made him build the cage out at the swamp.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
and he was
Swamp
in there
Man.
for a couple years. He
Yes.
couldn't have any visitors. He couldn't have whatever. And he was put out there with a security guard. He was made to build his own cage and live in a cage at the swamp at the OGH when he considered him a suppressive person.
But wasn't
so-
the cage made of bamboo,
Bamboo.
from the swamp?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he
he
would
had to-
cut down bamboo and make
Remember,
it
his hair
it was
got really long. He
amazing.
got this big long beard. He was out there for ages, and
Yeah,
then
we called
finally
him the
he put
Swamp
him on
Man.
the rehabilitation project force after a certain
Oh,
point. But
he
and then-
changed
and then Jackson
ethnicities
said-
out there, Amy. He changed ethnicities out there.
Yeah, because it's like 150 degrees out in the desert.
He was literally an
Black.
Indian when he came back
Yeah.
to the property. He
And-
was
and also-
so dark.
Also, Jackson said that he would be visited routinely and then just punched until he couldn't take it anymore. I mean, literally, these things are going on. That guy needs to be in jail. He's a sadistic,
That is
complete total criminal.
crazy.
I know.
And let's not forget that when Mark Yeager did end up on the rehabilitation project force, that's when he escaped in the middle of the night. And Dave Bloomberg and Marty, I think, it might have just been Dave Bloomberg
I
and one other
forgot
person.
about that when he was at the
Intercepted
I never
RPF.
knew
him.
about this. I
They
didn't know this.
intercepted him in Hemet and shoved
I
him
didn't know
into a
that.
minivan and brought him back to the property.
Yep.
I didn't know that he escaped.
I think
Yep.
it might have been Bloomberg and Greg Wilhare.
Yeah, I think you're right because Marty was in Clearwater at the time. You're right.
Yeah,
It
I
was
pretty
never
sure it
heard
was.
that
Yeah.
he got off that property. Oh man, that sucks that they got him back.
But didn't they do this? Like they track people down. Like didn't they find Bill Dendu at a baseball park in San
Oh yeah,
Francisco?
at the
I
Giants.
heard that.
He was at a Giants
He was
game.
at a
Like,
Giants game.
how do you find your friend at a Giants game? Not somebody that escaped from a property in Southern California
drove through
days
the fence.
before.
He drove through the fence, crashed it open.
Yeah, his
Clark
out.
Morton was picked up in Vegas and bundled into a van and driven back.
who did they go to
was-
Australia to get?
Australia.
No, Marty
No,
went to South Africa
yeah,
to
to
get
get
Sue
Sue
Wilhare.
Wilhare. Yes,
Oh, South Africa.
And he went to Boston to get Annie
that's right.
Yes.
on a private jet.
Annie Broker, the
Yep.
Pat Broker's wife.